Okay, so for third method, I want you to create little stems as the examples that are on the PowerPoint. And this doesn't have to be anything representational, textures, dots. Think about emojis, simple little design. You can carve as many shapes as you want. You can cut into smaller pieces. One advantage of using this rubber material is that you can carve both sides. So I have a couple pieces of old linoleum just to show you. One of the things you want to make sure never cut into your arm. You always want to cut away from your fingers. You do not want any injuries in class. If you miss class, will be your first thing that you come in carving these. So come in prepared with your designs in class. Okay, so let's just make some abstract wavy lines. I'm just gonna carve. So always carve away from you. So think about your marks. Either you want them consistent throughout and maybe add some dots. You want to carve it all the way to the edge so you don't have a border. Let's make a star on this one. I can make sure your design goes all the way to the edges. One convenient thing to do if you have something like that is that you want to carve around the outline, rotating it. So remember, the areas that you're carving away will be the color of the paper, and the areas left behind, that's where the ink will be. So again, using away from yourself. So now that I have the outline, I can carve the background. So I want to kind of create a little starburst effect. That the shavings go in the trash. So now I can take my stem and I can either roll the ink on it and place it down. I can use the spoon to make sure that the pressure is even and pull that back. So I have one design. So now I can continue. Maybe I want to change the color as I go. One advantage of using more abstract geometric lines is that you can play with foreground and background. So here I want to make a row of columns in a way, so that the positive and negative shapes begin to kind of talk to each other, maybe. So I would definitely recommend going with a geometric design. So once you're done with the prints, this is our seating. You want to make sure you clean up. So if you're going to reuse these, you just want to get as much ink off as you can. You don't want it to dry up and create an unwanted texture. And then to clean the rollers, you want to make sure to get all the excess ink off first by rolling it. Here's some extra pieces of paper on one of the magazines, so you want to get as much ink off as possible. Then you want to grab a scraper and remove the leftover ink. Since we're using water-based ink, this could be thrown away in the trash. Then you can spray some Windex. And wipe down the surface. To clean the rollers, you want to make sure you put the soap on the roller first and loosen the ink. And then wash it off. When storing rollers, make sure you put them roller side up.